Okay, welcome everybody to another Friday Footfalls. Going to be running some Teamer again through today, with one distinct change. We are not running any Force of Negations in the 75, so I'm going to give this a go. I don't know, I've been meaning to try this out for a little while, but I realised that we're cutting Force against a lot of decks in the top of the meta game. So we cut it against York, Titan, Murktide. I mean, Living End, we do want it, but that matchup's pretty dire anyway. So yeah, just thought I'd try this. We do one match where it's very important is in the mirror, but it's not always guaranteed because you force their rhinos or you force their force or counterspell or whatever. But if it gets disputed, it's really bad. Sometimes going down on cards is really bad. So. Not sure if it's going to be any good, but we're going to give it a go. So what have we replaced it with? Well, I've got two Brazen Borrowers. The mirror these days tends to be the leyline variety, so bouncing the leyline is big game. Gone up to 4 Subtlety. Again, Subtlety deals with Scion of Draco pretty well, and is still a free card that's good against Yawgmoth and Titan. And then made some changes to the sideboard as well. So we've got 2 Ertai's Scorn. This card is for the mirror, where you can just counter it's essentially a counter spell for Crashing Footfalls, and also it's just a 3 mana, like a cancel against something like Titan. So yeah, don't know if it's gonna be any good or not, but we're gonna give it a go. Just always looking for new things to try and innovate with rhinos. But big thanks to everyone for watching, and yeah, huge thanks to everyone that's subscribed. Pushing on towards 800 subscribers now, which is absolutely fab. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed but you're enjoying the content, please do give us a subscription. Really does mean a lot. And yeah, feel free to comment below as well if there's any questions or suggestions. I'm always trying to get better. So yeah. Right, this hand is okay. I'd rather not have both Footfalls, but we're still running the Surveil land. We've got turn 1 removal for a Ragavan or something. Looks like Yawgmoth. Oh, Utopia Sprawl. Okay. For white. So, right, so how do we want to sequence our lands? Probably want to go and get Breeding Pool here, and then Thundering Falls, probably. Lead. Oh, this is a forest because of Yavimaya. Okay, well, we'll just utilize that one. Didn't realize that, but yeah, then later on we can fetch the Surveil lands if we need to. Not sure what we're against, but okay. Hopefully they play another 1/1. Probably just going to ice the Yavimaya this turn. So let's go. What are we going to want to fetch? Let's go Mutavault and fetch a breeding. Well, actually, Breeding Pool. Given that they've got this Yavimaya, maybe we're meant to just get like not somewhere else. Steam Vents. Yeah, let's grab Steam Vents. I think we'll just ice here. Cuts them off 2 mana here. Looks like it might be Collected Company or something. Not sure what this is. They're using some mana. It is Collected Company. So if this was Pioneer, I'd say this was the Amalia combo. Could be like the Samwise combo, I guess. Maybe we were meant to dismember something. Okay, Ranger Captain, Spike Feeder. So yeah, gonna want to kill a load of stuff. So they're gonna be playing Heliod. See what they go and get. They go and get an Arbor Elf. Sure. Okay. So this turn, we're just going to dismember the Ranger Captain, I think. Okay, that's a fantastic draw. So let's just go. What does this do? Whenever you... Oh, so you can remove counters to gain a life. Okay, so we'll just go dead here. Okay, and then we'll just play the Misty Rainforest and suspend a Footfalls. Yeah, so this is like Heliod life gain. They go up to infinite life. You don't see it too often anymore. Probably will be dismembering the Ranger Captain, because when they go off they can sacrifice it anyway. It can also stop our Crashing Footfalls coming down. Protection from red and black. Sure, nothing to say there. Okay, did forget that they can do that. It's Heliod or something. Another Innkeeper, so they're gaining a lot of life. Got 2 cards in hand. So yeah, we'll just dismember the Ranger Captain. Because yeah, there's... If at any point the opponent's going to go off, they'll just sacrifice the Ranger Captain anyway. And yeah, like I say, it can also... the turn our Footfalls is going to come down. Can stop that. Okay. So not the best draws here. I think we'll just go if we go Stomping Ground tapped, we can Surveil and activate Mutavault, so we'll do that. Would we want Force here? Kind of, as insurance against Collected Company. But I'd rather have Subtlety, I think. They've only got 3 Cocos left in their deck, but they've got a lot of Heliods and Ranger Captains. If they go for an attack here, we will block with Mutavault. They're drawing a lot of cards. I guess they've got loads of mana with this Arbor Elf, Yavimaya, with a Utopia Sprawl on. Not sure what we'll want to bring in from the sideboard. Okay, 4 mana. Okay, create a food token. Whenever you create a token, put a +1/+1 counter. Sure. So probably not going to... They're at 31 life, which is a bit of a problem. Possibly not blocking with Mutavault now. Maybe we are. Like, we've got enough land. Yeah, we'll just go and grab a Surveil land. Might as well get Thundering Falls with the Yavimaya. Oh, that's annoying that that's on top, but I guess what we could do is put it... No, let's put that into the graveyard. So we could have put it on top and then shuffled with Lórien Revealed. But I think I want to draw some cards with Lórien Revealed this time. This is going to gain them... Oh, okay, these only trigger on their turn. Okay, this has got protection. That is an interesting draw. I think we'll just keep it up now. Because I'm a little bit worried about the combo. Yeah, I think we'll just keep that. Well, would we rather just draw some cards here? Because we could find Solitude. They didn't do anything last turn, really. How does this work? I'm just going to draw some cards. I don't want to waste 4 mana here. Okay, we don't hit anything really. Well, we hit Shardless Agent, which can make some more rhinos next turn. So if we can fade the combo now, we're really quite good because we drew a Fire Ice as well. Opponent finds another land. Hopefully they're just getting another Surveil land. Please don't. Okay, they didn't shock in, so they don't have another Surveil land. It looks like we will be attacking here. Okay, we find a land. Yeah, we can attack. Need to start chipping away at some of this 32 life. Question is, I think I'm just going to go... Yeah, we'll go Shardless Agent and then fire this and this. Or this and this, actually. Yeah. Let's go Shardless Agent, so forest, forest. And then we've got triple red, which is... Oh, we don't have triple... Oh, no, we don't need triple red. Okay, so let's go, yeah. There's Shardless Agent. Oh, it was on top. Okay. Make some more rhinos. Okay, and then in their upkeep, we'll just go fire, shoot this, and this, I guess. And we've still got dead up. Just stops them making mana. Rosie's going to start putting counters on stuff, and if anything gets out of the range of our rhinos, we're pretty in quite a lot of trouble. Haywire Might is fine. They're back up to 30 life. But we're attacking for... We're making more rhinos this turn as well. They're going to gain 2 life from the rhinos. Okay, Brazen Borrower is a really nice draw. Yeah, we can just attack with everything. Yeah, Brazen Borrower just dealing with anything is really nice. I think we're just happy. Yeah, if they double block there, we're just happy to trade. Okay, we can just pass the turn. We can flash in a Brazen Borrower if we want to. Okay, there's a Heliod. So we do have kind of an answer to that. I don't think they can gain life. It's if they have Coco. Yeah, I think we just untap and then... Okay, another land. We'll just attack with everything. If they go for Coco... Don't know. We'll see what we need to do. If they go for Coco, we'll probably... Okay, they're gaining 3 life. Oh, okay, so they can put a counter on something. So we could bounce it, I guess. If we bounce it, have we got enough damage? So we go bounce here, they block here. We got 6 rhinos, which is enough. I mean, actually, 6, 12... No, 4, 8, 12. This is 24. So if they block a rhino, we can bounce it anyway. I think this is fine. We just let them go to blocks. Because all the rhinos have trample. What's this? 2 mana. Oh, gains lifelink. Okay, so we can just petty theft now. Forget that has that text as well. So score 1 for Petty Theft and Brazen Borrower over Force of Negation. Not saying, you know, results oriented thinking or anything like that, but I do love a Petty Theft. The other thing I suppose is that shouldn't be overlooked is in closed deck lists, you know, people will play around Force anyway. Right, so I think this might be an Ertai Scorn matchup. Might be a Force of Vigor matchup. Flame of Anor, Brotherhood's End. I guess it makes sideboarding more difficult because we're not as sure what to take out. Tidebinder is an interesting one. I think we do want it. We want all the removal. We still want all the rhinos. I don't think it's a Force of Vigor matchup. So it's whether these 4 are good. Ertai Scorn, 3 mana counter spell. I think Subtlety's great. Deadcon's all good. Flame of Anor, we didn't see any artifacts, but we saw Haywire Might. Really not sure what we're meant to take out. Maybe a no, Murktide seems good. Let's trim 1 Murktide. Dismember. I mean, I do want Brotherhood. I definitely want Brotherhood's End. Maybe we just do that. Like we could trim a flame. No, I think this is fine. We wouldn't have wanted to top deck it. Well, maybe when we were ahead, we would have wanted to top deck Ertai Scorn. But yeah, I think that's fine. Right, interesting hand here. Keep 7. We can dismember a turn 1 and then kill something, but we don't know. I think I'm going to mulligan. Don't really want 5 lands. This is better. Bottom one of these Tidebinders. Guess shouldn't auto yield really in case we want to subtlety something. Not going to subtlety that. Okay, so we'll go and grab, is it just Stomping Ground, then Basic Island, probably. Or is it Steam Vent's Breeding Pool? Might be Steam Vent's Breeding Pool, actually. Yeah. Actually, at this moment, we probably want to go. We can fetch the Hedge Maze. Okay, there's the Utopia Sprawl. Okay, so they have no mana though. We could bounce that if we find a land, which we don't. Okay, so Island Cycle for Hedge Maze. Play it. Look for another land. top that one, pass. Finding the Violent Outburst, obviously quite nice. Got double Subtlety in hand. Okay, opponent doesn't find a land again. They're obviously relying on the Arbor Elf. So we've got double blue, we haven't got double green. I'm just going to fetch now. Might just get a basic forest. Pass the turn. If they go for like fetch, crack, fetch, I'll probably just stifle the fetch trigger. Opponent been pretty unlucky to not find another land here. Make some rhinos. Yeah. Yeah, and then we untap and we've just got like a land would be nice. Yeah, that's perfect. Just hold up hardcast subtlety the rest of the game. They are at 9 as well. Like we could flash in something here. Okay, they find a forest. Subtlety, win the game. Don't think there's any way out of this now for them. Yeah. So yeah, a bit of a non-game there. Like we just kind of did our thing and the opponent didn't find another land. Like they could have made, if the Arbor Elf had lived, they could have done some stuff. But yeah, we got quite a lot able to remove an Arbor Elf on turn 1. Okay, well, good to get the win. See you for round 2. Right, I've kept a okay hand here. This is, I guess, kind of where I missed the triome, but not too much. It's tempting, I don't know, to go and get like a turns we draw. I might try and surveil it because we need to find the next land anyway. Okay, so we'll probably now just go and get Hedge Maze because we've yeah, we need green for everything anyway. So Misty Rainforest on the other side could be, you know, it's likely to be the mirror. Yeah, looks like it's a mirror. So this Brazen Borrower could be a Force of Negation. I actually don't think we're going to fetch here. Because of our lack of Force of Negation. I don't... I guess we need to do this anyway. Yeah, okay, that was dumb. Hopefully we draw another fetch. Okay, so my blunder there pays off. So what I was thinking was I don't want to fetch and let them ice my land because we want to ice their land to stop them casting Footfalls next turn. But that doesn't actually work because we'd have had to play Otawara. But I can actually just play Wooded Foothills now. And then we'll go and get... One needs to be a shock land. Okay, they cycle here. Get island. So in their upkeep, they're probably going to go and get Hedge Maze here. So yeah, I definitely think this is the mirror. They put one on top. So if we go and get... We only need one mountain really, so let's go and get... Should we get Stomping Ground? Stomping Ground Island works, or do we just double shock? We definitely want double blue. But we've got the blue in hand, so I think Stomping Ground... No, it's probably Breeding Pool Steam Vents. No, let's get Stomping Ground Island. Don't want to take loads and loads of damage. Although Island... No, we can't get Island. We could get basic 4... I shouldn't have got Stomping Ground there. I We're going to have to double shock now because we need double blue, but we also need, we can't have double island for Violent Outburst. So let's go and grab Steam Vents. Extra few points of damage there. Okay, we'll ice, and we'll ice the Hedge Maze. Might stop them suspending. It also, we're going to just jam Shardless Agent here. They might ice us, I suppose. Okay, Flame of Anor is not a bad draw. But yeah, we'll just jam. Like, they've only got 5 cards in hand, so if they want to Force of Negation, they have to obviously pitch one. In this scenario, we'd like preferably to have Force instead of this Brazen Borrower, but Brazen Borrower deals with one of the rhinos and they can then attack. So, but we've got 3 more Cascaders in hand, and often this matchup does come down to who draws the most Cascaders. Something interesting I saw the other day was that I had thought about this before but never actually seen it done. But you can subtlety your own Shardless Agent in order to put it back in Cascade again next turn. Right, we're just going to attack here. Tidebinder is an interesting draw. It's going to attack with both rhinos. And then we will Violent Outburst to deal more damage. Again, good to just do this while the opponents, if they want to force, they can. But they didn't have it last time, or at least they didn't go for it. But yeah, we get through with a couple of points of damage, make some more rhinos, and we'll just make the exact same play next turn. If they go for like a Murktide, we'll try and subtlety it. Okay, they suspend. Which is interesting. Okay. Lots of Tidebinder. So now what we're just going to do is attack. They can't actually Violent Outburst here, but they could force. But given the amount of stuff we've got in hand, pretty happy to just yeah, wait this out. Okay, Tidebinder. I'm just going to Violent Outburst in response, in all honesty. Like, again, if they want to force, they can. Yeah. This matchup does generally come down to who draws the most of these. You know, we got a tad lucky maybe with that fetch. I don't know if we didn't see a force from the opponent either, so. Okay, so we don't like any of these dead gons, or I don't anyway. I have seen people leave them in. I definitely want these Ertai, Scorn, and all these disputes. The Dismember can go. That's 60. Subtlety is kind of key for the Tidebinders, and Murktide's really good in the mirror. I could see trimming. No, Fire Ice is really good. What about Brazen Borrower? Yeah, let's trim a couple of Brazen Borrowers, bring in a Flame and one of Endurance, I think. But the Endurance can be good to shuffle our footfalls back in. Right, we don't mind this hand. I don't think we want a mulligan. Just going to lead with Stomping Ground and suspend. Okay. Opponent plays Boseiju, which indicates, I mean, it's harder to read these times because often you want to keep Boseiju, but now with the Surveil lands, fetching does get more useful to fetch a tap land. Although still worth noting that we want to fetch around Tidebinder where we can. Ice is a good draw. We can just play the island and pass. So yeah, we'll just go. Opponent's got 2 on suspend. So let's go Ice v Island. Okay, and then draw Violent Outburst. So we're just going to straight up jam that next turn. I mean, they could ice us, but I didn't see any ice from the opponent last turn either. Okay, they do ice. We could have disputed that, but let's go Misty and pass. Like, we'll fetch, and if they want to Tidebinder, that's fine because it kind of taps them out of force. Okay, Shardless Agent. Okay, so we'll go and get Hedge Maze, and then we can Outburst with Dispute backup. We'll graveyard that one. Right, so I'm actually going to go and fetch here now that we haven't, because we're going to, actually, let's just go Forest and go Violent Outburst. We'll do this right now while the opponent is not tapped out, but almost. So the opponent's got two lots of rhinos coming off this turn. I think we're meant to trade rhinos. And then next turn we can try and Tidebinder. Yeah, I think we've just got to trade rhinos here. Okay, block, block. Yep, take no damage. Okay, so what we want to do here is if the opponent goes for a Tidebinder, we'll Tidebinder their Tidebinder. They put Subtlety in the graveyard. Because we'd quite like to get Tidebinder out for Flame of Anor. Or we could just dispute. Let's just go dispute here. So here we've got some options. We could go Tidebinder their Tidebinder, which is good for Flame of Anor, but I'd actually think we'd prefer to go Tidebinder, try and counter their Footfalls next turn. Okay, Subtlety's a good draw. So I guess we just go land, pass. Subtlety's a really good draw actually, because then if they try and Tidebinder our right, so we Tidebinder this trigger. Okay, that's obviously really good for us. We're going to trade rhinos again because we've got the Flame of Anor to try and catch up. Okay, they have another Outburst, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that is all of their Crashing Footfalls now. So they deal us a bit of damage. Oh, is this Murktide Regent? That would be bad. Could be probably forced to Subtlety that. I think we're forced to Subtlety Let's go and get Thundering Falls and see what's on top. Graveyard that one. So the trouble with subtletying this is then we have nothing. You know, we're purely at the mercy of our top deck. Or we could untap, draw Flame of Anor, kill a Rhino, draw 2 cards. But I think we sideboarded out all of the Brazen Borrowers, so we'd need to find, and the Gone, so we could find our own Murktide. I just don't think we're winning a game where we pitch Subtlety here. Unless we draw a Cascader. Okay, we don't. So let's just do this sorcery speed. Deal 5 damage, draw 2 cards, would draw, deal this 5 damage. Okay, another subtlety. So we're going to take 8, 12 if we block here. Yeah, maybe we meant to. Well, no, I think I'm happy with that play. Like, let's say we subtlety this. They can probably put it just on top. Okay, they just attack with Murktide, which is interesting. Why would they just attack with Murktide? I suppose we can block with these subtleties potentially as well. Shardless Agent, I don't think they have any left. No, so that's just a 3 mana 2/2. So we can actually see what they boarded in. So they do run Force, Tidebinder, Flame of Anor. They got 3 flames by the look of it, but pretty standard. Does it matter about fetching? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've used all of our Surveil lands, so we go block here, take 6. I guess we might as well thin our library, because I think it's probably lethal anyway. Let's go and get Steam Vents. So another Flame of Anor. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm going to Island Cycle as well. I think we still run another basic island. Because if we draw Flame of Anor, we still want to be able to cast Subtlety. It's another dead draw out of our deck. Okay, Tidebinder. So now we have to go... Do we just do this all at sorcery speed to play around subtlety? So we go Tidebinder, block, 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 take 4, go to 1. I think I'm just going to do this at sorcery speed. Like we're dead to a... Like we're dead to anything relevant anyway. So we go block here, block here, block here, and then we need to find, I don't know, like Flame of Anor, kill this. Okay, they attack with everything, so we have to block like this. So we could block here and here, or we could double block the Rhino. Does it matter? I think that's fine. Like, get as many creatures off the field as we can. Although, I guess... Okay, doesn't matter. But I think that was fine. But yeah, the Murktide Regent was just huge. So the question is, do we want to bring in Brazen Borrower instead? Like, it did get to the stage there where the opponent had no endurances left. do want all 4 of these subtleties. Maybe we were meant to trim. Let's trim a couple of subtleties and bring in the borrowers. Let's try that. Right, we'd like to play first. We see no lander, which is obviously bad. This is fine. So we'll keep bottom. I think we'll just bottom the borrower for now. Pass the turn. Then we'll ice their land potentially. The trouble is this needs both a land and a threat, but hopefully we'll draw one or the other. Yeah, we can suspend that actually. Like it's next turn, we want to ice anyway. Okay, so the opponent fetched a Thundering Falls and surveilled a Tidebinder into the graveyard. So we might be getting iced here, which we can't do too much about. I mean, we could dispute or we could ice back, but I don't think we want to do that. Does that mean they were looking for a land? Should I just burn this dispute? No, I don't think so. Land? Oh, that's so bad. Maybe I should have just iced in response. But if they go Footfalls now, we're probably just dead. They haven't got green mana. Okay, they do have green mana. Land. Okay, we find a land. Okay, so do we... No, I don't think we want to ice a land here. Just want to kind of protect our Footfalls when it comes off, potentially. Okay, they suspend. So the problem is, if we fetch and they Tidebinder, or we fetch and they Outburst, I don't think, yeah, I think we just need to leave that fetch land uncracked until we find potentially another land. Again, the problem now is if we go Lórien Revealed and they Violent Outburst in response, we probably just lose. But are we going to... How many turns until... Okay, so I think we have to go for it here. Like if they Outburst, it's really bad. But we can stop a... we can stop a Tidebinder. Okay, looks like they might have Tidebinder, which is fine. Okay, so we'll dispute there. We're happy if they force this. Okay, so we'll go and grab an island. And then we'll fetch right now. What are we going to get? So we brought in Endurance, we got double blue. I guess we'll just go and get Breeding Pool. Do we want double red? Should it just be Stomping Ground? We got double every colour. Yeah. Although we might want triple blue at some point, I guess. Okay, so here I'm going to ice their Thundering Falls. Or should it just be the Forest? It's probably the Forest, actually. Because Forest turns off Shardless Agent here. Okay, they did have the Outburst. I'm surprised they didn't go for that instead. Okay. Because yeah, they could have gone Outburst. Hopefully they don't have Murktide Regent here. That's the absolute worst possible. But we get to bring in Footfalls here as well. Well, if they go for Force, we can dispute. Well, there's a Shardless Agent as well. So let's go Island Cycle for an island. Play the island. Play Shardless. Okay, well that was pretty good. We're ahead on board. We've got some decent cards in hand. When's this coming off? A couple of turns. We've got a couple of turns for that. Mutavault. Okay, so that's Shardless Agent. So they may be holding up Force here. Do we go for the attack? Okay, I think I'm happy to trade here. So if we don't trade, we go to 9. We attack with everything. We've got 16, 17, 18. But we could potentially go kill... If we draw exactly Mutavault, activate Mutavault, kill this, ice this, win, but that implies they have absolutely nothing. So I think given that we've got quite a lot of decent stuff in hand, also that's really bad if the opponent has Violent Outburst. And we'd have to draw exactly Mutavault. Okay, we draw a land, which isn't too bad. How many turns until their Footfalls come down? Do we attack? Or we're meant to just kill a Rhino with Flame of Anor. So we could go kill this. We get through for 4. They actually don't mind that. Then we've got enough. Yeah, okay. Well, actually, let's see if they block first. Because these have trample, it doesn't matter. They double block 1 Rhino. That's interesting. Okay, so now we can go. Oh no, I should have Flame of Anor then. Actually, I think I'm going to do it now though. Just deal 5 damage. We should have gone for it then, because the trouble is at the moment the opponent can pay for Mystical Dispute. Another land, which they shock in, which is interesting. I'm going to take this 2 damage. We've got 3 cards. Is Lórien Revealed? Otawara. Okay. Can't fetch here because if they Violent Outburst, we need to be able to dispute it. Okay, Tidebinder is one of our best draws. Do we need... So we go Tidebinder... we want to go Tidebinder and Ice and Dispute. We're not likely to want to go Ice, I guess, so we can just get a tap land here. We need triple blue, which we've actually got. So we can go Dispute, Tidebinder, Dispute, oh, and then we can't go Fire Ice unless we get a shock. Oh, no, because we can get Forest or Mountain. I guess we just get Forest. Because actually we might want to hard cast Dispute as well. Yeah, let's grab Forest. We'll attack with Shardless here. We're happy if they block with Mutavault. Okay. Hopefully they don't have another Violent Outburst. Although we can Mystical Dispute it. Okay, so yeah, as usual, always remember to counter the second trigger. Tidebinder. They could have Subtlety, which would actually... Okay, that just resolves. They could have Tidebinder of their own as well. That's really bad. Yeah. So they're going to Tidebinder our Tidebinder. Yeah, that's really bad. So we probably have to Ice here, actually. Try and draw a card. Hopefully they don't have exactly Violent Outburst as the last card in hand. Oh, Ertai Scorn would have been nice. I'm not going to block if they attack here because this is a wizard for if we draw what's it called? Flame of Anor. We've got 3 Flame of Anors to draw. And Cascaders as well. Oh, Misty Rainforest is pretty awful. So are we just dead? We go block, block. Yeah, we're probably just dead here. Again, it's who's resolved the most Crashing Footfalls. The opponent's cast 3. I think all is resolved. Yeah, that Ertai Scorn would have been really nice a turn earlier. So yeah, here we go. We trade everywhere. Fetch a Surveil land, hope for the best. Okay, so now we just go trade with a Rhino. Actually, we're definitely trading. We could trade with a Rhino, but I think we need to keep this open in order to potentially draw a Flame of Anor. So we get a 4. We'll go and just get Thundering Falls. Brazen Borrower, what does that do for us? So we go Borrower, one of these. I can't block anyway, so we'll graveyard that one. Right, it's pretty much Shardless Agent or bust, I think. Well, Violent Outburst is also acceptable. Okay, so that's pretty good. So we're still in with a shout. So we'll wait until the opponent's upkeep to cast this one. What if we do it now? Because they've got less mana, so if we go Force, we dispute potentially. No, we'll just wait until their upkeep. So Outburst. I guess if they've got another Tidebinder, it's really bad. They haven't counted the trigger though. Cast this. They could have Force. They do have Force. So we have to Ertai Scorn here. They could have another Force. If they've got Dispute, we lose. Okay, well, they don't have that. We're also dead to Outburst, though. So hopefully they haven't found Outburst. They are attacking with everything. Okay, so what do we do here? So we go definitely block here. So they haven't got Outburst because they would have just attacked with everything. So we go block here. So we could block here. If we do this, I think we're just doing that. So then we retain a Rhino, and then it's Rhino and Tidebinder versus just Rhino. Or we could block here, but then we're dead to so much stuff. What if we do this? So that we're not dead to a removal spell. And then if they... Yeah, okay, I like that. So we don't really mind which one the opponent kills. Like we'd probably rather they kill the Tidebinder, because then it's 2 Rhinos versus 1. They did have an Outburst. Okay, so this means we're not dead to that. Is there a Footfalls left? There is, which is a shame. Why would they not attack with the other one? Because now we don't take... I mean, we lose everything, though, is the problem. We're just going to be left with 1 Rhino. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. But opponent could have just attacked with everything and won the game. They got fire as well. I'm surprised they didn't just go for it. Like, we can't win now, I don't think. Like, if we draw... Yeah. Okay, that was unfortunate, I think. For the opponent's last 3 cards to be Violent Outburst, Force of Negation, and Fire, I don't think we were winning that. I think, yeah, that draw of Violent Outburst gave us the best chance, but I don't think... We did have a Brazen Borrower, which we looted away, but we would have looted away a Force as well, so I think that was fine. I think the mirror goes that way sometimes, but do let me know if you'd have done anything different. But yeah, let's move on to round 3. Right, on the play here, going to keep this hand. We'll go Breeding Pool. Obviously going to need to draw our 3rd land, but got stuff to do in the meantime. Breeding Pool, yep. Also notably, that last Rhino's Mirror was the mirror themer rather than 4 colour. This is Power Plant. Okay, so this Dead Gone not looking great. And this is definitely a matchup where we would want Force of Negation, I suppose. But you don't see much Tron at the moment. I'm just going to bounce. Like this stops them ancients. Doesn't stop ancient stirrings next turn, but it stops them Sylvan Scrying. Okay, ancient stirrings. They've got power plant mine. We take the one ring. Right, let's see a land. We really need a land here. Yeah, a land for Shardless Agent would have just been obviously really, really good. Tap a land. There's the land. Okay, so no Tron. Looking at stirrings again. No stirrings. Okay, so let's go land, Shardless. But annoyingly we should have been, if we'd have found the land we could have crashed in for 10 here. I guess we did ice their land. Okay, so they're going to play the ring at 20 life, which is a bit scary. But they don't have Tron. Okay, but we're making a lot of power. Maybe we're meant to, I think we're just meant to cast Murktide Regent here. Okay, or just jam another Shardless Agent. I actually think it's probably Murktide, because if for some reason they've got main deck sweeper for these, so we've got 16, 18 power here. We could Shardless Agent. If they go land Karn, I think I'm just going to play the Murktide. And just hope they can't do anything. They're going to draw like another 3 cards, 1 per turn, 2 for the ring. Can't believe they don't have anything here. Okay, there's map. Okay, so they've got 5 mana. They could play another ring. Okay, another ring, so we just have to hold, but they do have Tron. Well, they discard a forest. We find a Hedge Maze, which we'll play. Graveyard that. Yeah, graveyard that. Obviously nothing to do with attacking. There's no point in playing out Shardless Agent. But yeah, the ring's just drawing the opponent so many cards. Yeah, it's annoying that that Brazen Borrower would have been forced. I guess that we could have played out Shardless Agent if in case they go Ulamog. Because if they go Ulamog, exile this and this, then we don't have enough. But it's more likely that they go Oblivion Stone or Karn. Yeah, there's Karn. Hopefully go and get like Ensnaring Bridge. We might go and get Worm Coil, which is fine, because we can bounce it with this. Okay, Chalice. What's this? Chalice on 0, sure. They need something to stop our attack though. 7 mana. All is dust. Right, well I wasn't expecting that one. Well, we'll cast the Borrower. All his dust is not common. Hopefully find, yeah, land is actually really good because then we go kill Karn. Attack Karn. Play land. Like, they've got so many cards in hand that it probably doesn't matter. Go grab forest. Destroy an artifact. But we keep playing. Okay, Shardless Agent. Make 10 power. They're going to lose 2 from the ring. Go down to 16. We've got 13. So let's just say they have a hand filled with lands and they draw more lands and we draw Violent Outburst. We can win next turn. But yeah, not that likely. We've got some moon effects in the sideboard. Ertai Scorn's probably good enough. Force of Vigor, Flame of Anor. I think we've probably seen enough. Ugin, yeah. So if that borrower had been a force, yeah, I think we might not have won, but forcing that first ring. Okay, so we'll bring in the Ertai Scorn, I think. Bring in the Force of Vigors. Bring in the Magus. Magi. And then what are we cutting? So all the Dead Gons. The Dismember. Yeah, all the Dead Gons, Dismember. Tidebinder's good. Borrower's okay. Murktide's fine. Ice is good. I think Force of Vigor is only okay. We'll bring in 1. Subtlety deals with Karn and with things like Ugin. I think we can potentially trim. Well, no, Subtlety we probably need in the face of, given that we haven't got any Force. Flame of Anor. Maybe it's just not bringing in Force of Vigor. Are we forcing a turn 1 map? No, I think let's go with this. First, I guess Force of Vigor is good if they are playing Urza's Saga, but we don't know if they are. Okay, this sounds good. So we'll go and get Thundering Falls, and then we can ice their land. And then hopefully find our land to go Agent, and then hopefully counter something. Okay, so yeah, Thundering Falls, look for our third land. Yep, keep that one on top. But we'll shock in the breeding pool here. So we can, if we keep drawing lands, it means that we can surveil later with this. Our life total shouldn't matter in this game. I will ice here because we're kind of priced into Shardless Agenting next turn. Stops them. Okay, there's a Chalice. Okay, so let's go Foothills Pass. So we can Ertai Scorn here. If the opponent doesn't do anything, we'll just Flame of Anor, kill the Chalice. I don't think we're meant to counter any. Oh, we meant to counter a Sylvan Scrying. I mean, so we go counter. I don't think so, because we can potentially counter what they play with it. I think is better. So we go shatter this, and then next turn we can potentially play Murktide. I thought the opponent had forgotten to play their land there. Okay, so we've got double blue. I think we'll just go and get Stomping Ground. Let's go Shatter. Kill the Chalice. And then... So what we could do is just play a 5/5, but I don't think that's what we want to do. I think we need to hold... What we'll do is we'll hold Ertai's Scorn in case they play something that we really can't deal with. Like, are we countering Karn here? Like, what are they gonna play? Karn's the worst one here because, like, I think I'm just gonna Outburst. Outburst and then Surveil. I guess the problem is if they have Warping Whale. Maybe we could put Force in the sideboard. Maybe that would be better. Engineered Explosives. The One Ring. I think we have to, again, I think we have to let that go. Okay, so let's go this. Outburst. Then we'll kill Karn. Then we can Surveil. Then we can play Murktide, hold up Ertai Scorn potentially. I think we'll keep the land because then we can hold up the Scorn even if they only play one spell. Oh, that was wrong because now we haven't actually got triple blue. Oh, that was, yeah, that was stupid. Basic Forest is not the one. Karn. I think it's fine though. Like, it's alright because we can Violent Outburst and Ertai Scorn potentially. Okay, we draw a load of cards. We know they've got EE is the problem. Do we counter that? Probably not. I don't know, like, this is... And an Oblivion Stone. I just don't think we can beat two of these things. Like, but we're wasting so much mana here. Okay, they crack the Engineered Explosives main phase, which is good for us. Okay, Worm Coil. I mean, we at least get to use our mana. But we need to find something to deal with Worm Coil. This is the other thing with Tron and Force. Like, obviously game one, but here we would have much preferred Subtlety. Like, Force is just really bad, obviously, into Worm Coil. But again, it would have been good into the One Ring. But we do want to draw Borrower now. What do we think of Magus? Magus is... it kind of hurts us as well, though. I think we have to play it. I think we have to go Murktide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play the Murktide. Oh, we could just play Shardless Agent. Opponent's got so much mana though. This will eventually win the race. Do we make more rhinos, or do I'm gonna Magus, I think. And then if they attack, they go to 25. We attack for 10, 16, which the math just works. Oh, they're losing life from the ring as well. Okay, they've got a basic forest. Hopefully this isn't another... Okay, another ring's pretty good. Are we blocking the Worm Coil Engine? Probably not. They can map for oh no, they can't map for Boseiju. That's why we... Oh, they've got another Worm Coil. I'm tempted to double block now. We lose both our rhinos. But then at least Engineered Explosives isn't that great for the opponent. I think we're going to have to grind through that. Because yeah, now at least Engineered Explosives or a sweeper takes out their tokens as well. Maybe we should have played the rhinos last turn. We don't know what they had in hand. Stops them gaining quite so much life as well. Okay, I think we've... I guess we can make more rhinos now. We find a borrower as well. All his dust is just so brutal. It's not that common. No, definitely don't want to bounce the ring. What they got here is like Ugin or something. If it's Ugin, we'll concede. Ulamog. I mean, that's also as good. Oh, well, that was really bad. Just never felt in it at all there. We missed our land, which didn't help. Forcing their ring. Yeah, I think maybe keeping forces out of the 75 altogether was pretty bad, but probably should have some in the sideboard. We've been fairly unlucky, I guess, to get two. Like Tron, you don't see much Tron at the moment. I certainly haven't played against it much, so don't know, depends how much Tron you expect in the meta you're going into as well, I guess. But yeah, let's move on to round 4. Right, on the draw here, we got 3 lands, just need to find a Cascadia. If we're against a creature deck, this is good. I think we'll keep this in the blind. Having no blue cards pitched to Subtlety is a little bit awkward as well. Flooded Strand, not really what we want to see with our handful of creature. A handful of creature removal. Like the decks that play Flooded Strand, usually some sort of control, could be Rhinos again. Xander's Lounge, okay. Could be... No, it's not going to be Creativity because they wouldn't play Flooded Strand. Yeah, we'll go and get Thundering Falls. I'm happy to draw Tidebinder, I think, in this type match. It's a blue card for Subtlety as well. They're going to ice us? Oh, I think this might be 4-color rhinos. Getting iced. Yeah. Okay, so I'm actually going to play the island here in order to dismember a rhino if they play Shardless Agent. Equally to dismember a what's it called, Scion of Draco. I think we're probably going to get Violent Outbursted now. We don't, so we'll play the land and pass. Then we'll fetch in their upkeep. No, we probably won't fetch at all, actually. No need to give them any opportunity at all to resolve anything, but I wouldn't have thought they have Crashing Footfalls now. Hallowed Fountain could just be no, it's unlikely to be Zoo because of the fire ice. Okay, so it is Crashing Footfalls. Okay, so obviously we would really like to fetch, but okay, Steam Vent's actually pretty good. So we'll go Steam Vent, yes, and then can see about fetching at some point. So this could be a force. So actually, yeah, again, I'd prefer this was force. I'm going to go for fetching now. Like if they want to Tidebinder it, use their mana, I think that's fine. So we need green. We're going to get Stomping Ground. Okay. Draw Gemstone Caverns. Do we need blue? I don't think so. So just Hedge Maze. I was going to say, do we need 5 mana holding up this turn? We'll graveyard the land. We could try and Tidebinder this, but yeah, don't think that's really a priority. Could do with finding some Cascaders of our own. Okay, we put Leyline into the bin. We've got a hand filled with stuff. Shardless Agent. Okay, well, we'll go Tidebinder. Try our best to counter the... If they go for Tidebinder, we'll Subtlety it. They Subtlety. I'm going to Subtlety as well. Put their Subtlety on the top or bottom. If they Tidebinder now, we're pretty dead. Where are they going to put it? I assume the bottom. You got 2 cards in hand. They can't hard cast Force. They haven't got Force anyway. Mana up. They could have another Cascader, I suppose. So I think we'll just, yeah, kill this end of turn. Use our mana efficiently. Okay, and then we can start attacking. The opponent is at 13 from all their fetching, so right, bit of a rubbish draw. I guess we'll play it to. Happy to attack into a Violent Outburst potentially here. We can dismember one Rhino and then dead gone the other. Leyline Binding. Okay. So they have Leyline Binding, which is fine. I guess we fetch now. But they probably don't have Tidebinders. No, that was what made room for the Scion and everything. We're kind of out of gas though. 2 cards in hand for the opponent, but they do have a Footfalls on suspend. They could well have Force of Negation. How many cards have they got? 2 cards. Another Dead Gone's not great. If they haven't got Violent Outburst, it's probably a load of Force of Negations in their hand. Guess it could be a Subtlety as well. So what we'll do is we'll just try and deal with both Rhinos. With, I think one with, I think probably double Dead Gone actually. So just bouncing them. Because Dismember deals with exactly Scion of Draco without the Leyline. So really want to draw like, I know Borrow is okay against this binding. The Cascade is always good. Lórien Revealed, yeah, we'll cast that one. 3, 4. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what colour we leave up. Like if they have Force, they're gonna force this, I would imagine. Well, they don't. Okay, so he draws some Cascaders finally. Okay, and then okay, so opponent doesn't do anything. So yeah, there's no reason to Lórien Revealed here. They could also have a load of bindings in hand, I guess. Okay, Tidebinder's a good draw. So, okay, so I don't think we want a Lórien Revealed for a land, because we can go Violent Outburst, Violent Outburst. We'll do it in their end step, I think. Okay. Or do we go? Yeah, I think we definitely go Violent Outburst, Violent Outburst. Opponent looks to be a bit flooded. Okay, so we'll put a Violent Outburst on the stack. Cast this Crashing Footfalls. Okay. So that just resolves. Might have bind. Okay, binding is fine. Another binding, maybe? Well, we'll go for Violent Outburst again. Okay, don't know what the opponent had in hand, but nothing of any note there. Right, so 4 colour rhinos this time. So we'll bring in all of the disputes and the scorn. We could consider Magus. What don't we like? So we don't really like the Dead Gons. They're okay there. Dismember is better against thingy, but yeah, I don't think we really want that. I'd rather have Flame of Anor. Could consider Force of Vigor. Against the ley line, it kills Scion. I think we've got better options. What do we think of this 60? Like how good is Fire Ice, I guess? Brazen Borrower. So Brazen Borrower, Fire Ice. I think I'm going to trim the Fire Ices. Is that crazy? What if we trim those, bring in Flame, a Force? Is it crazy to bring in Magus? They've got bind. It's not, well, I think I'm just gonna. I don't really want to be drawing forces though. I guess. Endurance, no. Dismember. So it's either a couple more. It's either bring in a couple of Fire Ices back in. Let's try Magus. Let's see. See if Magus is any good. So with how I'm envisaging this working is similar to Dryad, where if you play Magus after the ley line, if you play Magus after ley line, it's then everything's mountains. It's what actually ever entered the battlefield last. Okay, we'll keep this. Similar to the last time, you know, it's usually, I mean, this one's a little bit different. They don't have a ley line though. But yeah, this one's a little bit different because of the whole, you know, they've got Scion of Draco that they can do, but usually, you know, we're happy to open a hand with a couple of Cascaders and enough lands, like just try and Cascade on turn 3-4, but we draw another Shardless Agent, so that turns into 3-4 and 5. I'm going to go and get Thundering Falls here. Get the Surveil. Okay, no turn 2 Scion. Don't know if they run Fire Ice. I think they probably do. We don't really mind getting Fire Ice too much here. Scalding Tarn, we'll graveyard that one. Okay, we draw a Magus, which isn't actually that bad. That's pretty good. It depends what they do. You know, eventually it might just lock them out. So Island Swamp Mountain. Okay, so they do have full domain here. Okay. They might just go and get basic island. Okay, Steam Vents. So we're probably just jamming Shardless Agent. Looks like they're doing the same. Yep. Okay, so let's hope they don't have Force of Negation. So we could slam Magus, but it's bad to Subtlety. I think we need to get some rhinos down first. But we're going to be trying to aggressively jam and trade here. because we've got 2 more Cascaders in hand. Just put them under loads of pressure. Yeah, so good block. I'm going to block the Shardless Agent as well, because if they ever get the whole Leyline Scion thing, this gains trample and hexproof, so might as well kill it. Okay, they do have another Violent Outburst, which is fine, because we have another Shardless Agent. Wouldn't mind another land. Yeah, Surveil land's pretty good. So we'll Shardless Agent first, because otherwise it ruins our Surveil. Don't know if the opponent's seen we haven't revealed Magus. I'm gonna have to graveyard that one. It is a little bit annoying, but actually showing it to them game 2 is not the worst, because it might make them fetch a little bit differently game 3. We'll probably side them out for game 3, although on the play they are better. Again, going to aggressively trade here because we've got another Outburst in hand. Okay, opponent attacks, block. But they could have another Violent Outburst, which they do. Okay, so I'm probably going to Violent Outburst in our upkeep, because if we draw, although the last one can't have been in the last 30 cards. So actually, yeah, I'm gonna Violent Outburst in our upkeep. Because it would just be absolutely awful to draw the last one. Like, possibly unlikely, but it's just not worth it. Okay, Flame of Anor is not bad. Suspend and pass. Opponent has found both of their basics. Surprised they island cycle there. So island cycling there may mean that they've got 2 spells they want to play this turn, 2 3-mana spells. Again, I think we have to just take the trade, because we've got a lot of gas in hand. Magus is also a wizard. I hadn't realised this before, but it is a wizard for Flame of Anor, which is interesting. Okay, they shock in, which is interesting. So I think we're gonna. Well, it depends what they go for. Have they got another Cascader? 4 mana, 5 mana. Oh, they've got another Lórien Revealed. Okay, sure. We haven't seen any 1 mana removal though. Can they cast this through? So they could do green. No, they can't cast that through a Magus. Okay, so let's go attack with Shardless Agent. So I guess Magus is better into... I'm just going to play the Magus, I think. They could Subtlety it, I suppose. But again, that's a 2-for-1. Stop some subtlety, a Tidebinder potentially. Pass the turn. Also turns off to Fairy. It turns off Leyline. Unbinding, that is. Okay, they suspend their last one as well. Okay, so it also attacks for 2. Like, that's not not to be dismissed. Okay, Dispute's not bad. Attack for 4. They could have Fire Ice. But yeah, good for us that their last Rhinos is now on suspend, because ours are coming down first. Could even just Tidebinder here. Really put them under pressure. I'm going to Tidebinder. I think this is fine. But okay, they dispute, but it gets the dispute out of their hands, so that's quite nice. Okay, Murktide's not the best here. Well, attack for 4. Put the opponent to 4. Pass the turn. I don't think Rhinos have dealt much damage this game. Well, Magus of the Moon ends up getting there for us, so happy with that. I think, yeah, I mean, it was worth bringing in there. The opponent didn't necessarily expect it. So, yeah, we're 1-on-1 against Rhinos at the moment. I guess the 4-colour list is less susceptible to Force anyway because of Scion. But there we go. We're 2-2. Let's see if we can close out positive. Right, bit of a weird one here. We're going to keep it. It's a bit... It's not risky. It's just a little slow. Like, we've got all the lands we need. This isn't going to be Rhinos again, is it? No, Snowcover Mountain. Okay, Burn. This is probably... Burn is another matchup where we do need Force. Okay, so we'll Hedge Maze, looking for a land, really. Anything but land. Opponent's going to be kind enough to draw it for us as well. So we'll go... They'll go land. Yeah. So we'll go suspend Rhinos. Actually, we probably won't suspend Rhinos here. So actually what we're going to do is just go... Because we need an island. So what we'll do is just pass. Discarding Rhinos. So yeah, we'll let them attack. Okay, and then we'll go and get a mountain. Well, I suppose we should, yeah, go to blocks first. Kill this. Can't go killing the Swift Spear, really. Okay, a bit weird that they don't pump it at all. Okay, it's island cycle. 4. Yeah, basic island. I think we're just going to play Shardless Agent here. I don't think there's any reason to play the other one. But they haven't got a fetch land. If they had a fetch land, what are they doing here? Boros Charm, sure. If they had a fetch land, I'd consider not playing Shardless Agent and playing Violent Outburst instead, because otherwise they could use their mana here to Searing Blaze us, but okay, another Goblin Guide, so creatures is good for us. I think, again, I'm just going to Violent Outburst in our upkeep. I do not want to draw the next one. Well, yeah, we would have drawn it, so sometimes you I don't know. I don't know if that's correct. Like, I mean, it is here. I don't think we were always gonna make rhinos here, and we kind of want to get our attack in. So I don't know if we're meant to attack with Shardless Agent here. I think probably so. Okay, so let's just yeah, actually, because it's got 3 power, if they want to block with Swift Spear, they have to cast 2 spells. Main deck Deflecting Palm, right? Okay. Yeah. Opponent does block though. Yeah, we get a 4. Not sure why main deck. I guess Deflecting Palm, similar to how we're testing out not playing Force. Deflecting Palm, not bad. Like good against Titan, good against Rhinos. So here, what do we do? What could they have in hand? I guess they might just have the win. Like they need either a Boros Charm, a 1-mana burn spell. Yeah, Boros Charm, 1-mana burns. Sorry, Boros Charm, or 2 1-mana burn spells. But they got 3 cards in hand. They could be filled with Searing Blaze. They could have another Deflecting Palm. Not Boros Charm. Oh, that's gross. Okay, 1 point of life in it. We were on the draw as well, which didn't help. I say this every time we play against Burn, but the way to beat them is to have turn 3 Rhinos and then a Force to counter their spell, like 1 key spell, but I can't do that here. So we'll bring in all of the counter spells, take out the Dismember. We want all the removal. Flame of Anor is quite slow. Subtlety is okay. I think, although they might be bringing in Chalice. Murktide Regent's also pretty good. Fire Ice doesn't tend to do much. Maybe it's another matchup where we trim Fire Ice. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, so of the in the league we're testing Force. Unfortunately, we've played against 4 matches. Sorry, testing without Force. We've played 4 matches where we want it. But if we'd have, it is easy to envisage a world where we play against Yawgmoth twice, Titan, and Murktide, and then Yeah. So I might try this again. Let me know what you think. I might try it again next week. This hand's really good if we... I'm going to keep it. Like, it's got the elements of things we want. You know, it's got a... If this was a force, it would be much better. Although bouncing like a... what's it? Like a chalice. I guess we would have just forced the chalice. Really need to find our next land though. Okay, we find it, which is good. Although... Oh, that's awkward. So I think we have to Thundering Falls. Flame of Anor. I think we have to top that one. But I think we might get into a bit of a mess here. Flame of Anor is really expensive. Could really have done with that being an untapped land. Then we could have gone, play that, bounce the chalice, and then Shardless Agent. But now we're going to have to wait a turn. And if they have... Okay, they don't have the enchantment at least. I wonder if we're meant to just deal 5 damage to Swift Spear. Because they're going to Rift Bolt us down to 10. This grows to 2. I guess we can pass the turn, and then if this is getting out of hand... Yeah, if this was a force, this would have been so much better, but... It could be that we're not meant to take 2 in case they've got a hand filled with... Okay, I think we're going to have to deal with this now. We could bounce it. I think I'm just going to cast Flame of Anor, deal it 5 damage. Like if they have 2 burns... Oh, hold on. How's Deflected Palm work? Will it deal us 5 damage? Let's just check. Deflecting Palm. Next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn. Okay, so it is fine to Flame of Anor. Deal 5 damage. Like if they have 2 burn spells here anyway. Hopefully they go for... they must know how Deflecting Palm works, but yeah, Deflecting Palm can't save creatures. But I think we have to do this. Okay, they Boros Charm us. So yeah, we would have been dead to that if we don't Flame of Anor the Swift Spear here. Wait, what? Oh, indestructible. Okay. Yeah. I guess. Well, we've got this play a Shardless Agent, unfortunately. Not going to cast that one. We've just been absolutely demolished here. No attacks. Okay, so they can't have anything in hand. I think they're playing around force here. Okay, so they Boros Charm. or Dispute. Like, they played around Force. Not sure why they wouldn't attack though, because if they attack and then cast Boros Charm, like, this grows anyway. Yep. Okay. So we just get absolutely destroyed there. I've got a pretty good record against burn with the stock list, but yeah. Okay, well, I think there's something there. I don't think I'm crazy. I think we definitely should be playing at least some, maybe in the side. I mean, maybe it's correct to cut some, maybe it's not correct to cut any and still play the full 4 in the main. I don't know. Let me know what you think. It was just an experiment, really. And like I said, it's easy to envisage a world where we play against 2 Titan, 2 Yawgmoth, and Murktide, in which case not having them in the main would have potentially paid off, although I guess there's usually some non-creature spell to counter. Maybe that's the crux of it, that there is always something to get game 1, whether it be Amulet of Vigor or a Preordain or a counter spell from Murktide or a Summoner's Pact, but or like an Agatha's Soul Cauldron. So yeah, let me know what you think, and yeah, if there's anything we could have done slightly differently. But yeah, thought it was worth a go. But in the meantime, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.